I spent time with all parties involved. I was with King Von's homies that was with him the night he got hurt. I was with Quando. I was with Durk.
A plea deal reached in the drug case involving Savannah rapper Taekwon Bowman.
Rapper NBA YoungBoy is waking up in a county jail in Utah.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk has been arrested in Florida.
At the end of the day, what is the root of their problem? Nobody even knows between YoungBoy, Durk, Von, and Quando. Whatever it is, it's minuscule. It's something insignificant. It's something not even worth the wing of a mosquito. Yet people are in prison behind it. People are dead behind it.
In Los Angeles, in a plot to rapper Quando Rondo. Rondo survived a shooting in LA 2 years ago, but his cousin was employed. Investigators say Rondo was targeted because he was suspected of being involved in the death of Chicago rapper King Von.
Hold on to the rope of Allah, brother Durk. Hold on to the rope of Allah, brother Quando, because it's a sensitive situation. You know what I'm saying? They're both Muslims. I love them, fi sabilillah, but they lost loved ones on both sides.
Like a Lil Durk, who I'm gonna talk to also. Lil Durk is a Muslim. Now that you are a Muslim, are you prepared to make it? He needs to be prepared also.
Those are the interviews that I've been conducting that have had success. From my first interview with Quando Rondo, he actually inspired the open book platform when I saw his transition to Islam and him saying that he's putting his flag down and whatnot. He made a post that saying, I only want to be around Muslims. And I was just like, and I knew him pre his acceptance of Islam. I met him when he first started doing music at Black and Mild Studio in New Orleans. So I hit Fee, which is his manager, and was like, man, I really want to talk to the brother, and alhamdulillah. And then, we had a conversation, and here we are.
Bowman was accused of being part of a conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute and to distribute controlled substances.
Yeah, I got this fed time to the streets. I gotta keep it solid. But no, to my daughter, I shouldn't.
When you was interviewing, right, you spent time with him. What would you say his mind state was,
His mind state was growing, especially due to the circumstances that he's in. He's facing some type of, he's under federal indictment, but he pled out to his case. I don't know what the conviction is, but he pled guilty. I don't know what type of sentencing he's gonna have, but he was going through, the trials of, the tail end of a federal indictment. And all that comes with that, being on house arrest, having his career stifled, losing his friends and loved ones, and disassociating himself with the Crip organization, a Crip gang, however you want to call it, and all that comes with that, having to separate yourself from certain people that don't believe like you believe, and then now forging relationships with other people that do believe how you believe.
Say, bro, when you took that picture, I see that picture online with you and Durk. What was the conversation like before y'all take the picture?
We had a nice conversation. That's going to be on the open block of Lil Durk and OTF. We talked about what made him come into Islam, how he's growing from it, how he's influencing others. A lot of the OTF members came into Islam. The Booney Mans and a lot of his homies. I saw the dude that just got indicted. He was outside the United Center. OTF Didi. He's gonna be in the open block of OTF in Lil Durk.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk has been arrested in Florida. Jail records show he was booked into the Broward County Jail pending charges of murder for hire.
Because there's a lot online about that Quando Rondo and Durk got closer to God because they knew what was coming. Do you think, and you being around him and spending time around him before everything went down, do you feel that's true?
Allah knows best, but if it is, it's still beneficial. No matter what the circumstance is that made them run to God, a lot of people run to God when they're in a jam, when they're in prison, when they're going through hardships, trials, and tribulations. That's when most people do find God. Durk has always been around Muslims, but as people go through hardships, you watch your man die, this guy die, this guy go to jail, then you going through survivor's remorse, and then and you wonder, why am I still here? What is my purpose? So you have to call upon a higher creator to get your creator, a higher power, to get that knowledge and that insight on why did Lil Pop get shot and you didn't get shot? Why did King Von die and you didn't die? Or why these people left, right, didn't die and you could tour the world and do X, Y, and Z? Same thing with Quando Rondo. Why you didn't die in that car accident? God had a greater purpose for you. And so they cry out to God, asking for guidance, asking for the truth.
Did you see remorse within them brothers when you spent time around them?
Yeah, of course, they want change. I'm not going to say regretful because I don't know that. But I know they were seeking forgiveness. They know they made mistakes. They know they made wrong choices. They're trying to better their character and their ethics and morality, for sure.
When you was around them, was it genuine? And could you feel it?
For sure it was genuine. They're striving. You gotta understand, this is not the thing to be, the end thing to be. People act like it's a trick. There's no monetary compensation for practicing Islam.
Timothy Leaks is reportedly facing felony murder charges in connection with the death of King Von.
I really been love Lul Tim. Only thing that changed before and after that situation is me knowing, like, boy, you gotta love your partners, because when Cuz is in jail and the nigga was thinking 100 miles per hour, like, but what if Cuz get life?
You know, like I said, I'm in a collab post with Lul Tim right now, and his comments going crazy. So I get alerts every time people comment nonsense on his page.
Gotta wash my hands out that county, you know this money filthy. And why them niggas on the other side acting like they don't want to get busy?
Lil Tim is Quando Rondo's homie that was with him that night, the day that Von transitioned from this life.
How's that brother doing?
He's good. Just from what I know, he's chilling. He's a rapper. He's in Savannah. Check him out on his Instagram. He's turning up. He's putting music out. He's been exonerated of any type of charge of homicide and whatnot, and exculpated from any type of state criminal charges or anything. You know what I mean? He's a free man. He seems to be unbothered. I don't know personally, but I mean, he gives, from talking to Quando, I don't think he's bothered by it at all. But this is what I'm saying. All this right now is rehatching all of those feelings that maybe internal therapy allowed them to overcome, or prayers allowed them to overcome, or try to just cope and deal with. Now it's like peeling off a wound again on all parties. You feel me? So I think, I'm sure everybody's going through it.
I need, I'm really stopping violence and pushing this piece. I need you to get a drench game though. Let's start that. Hold on, drench game with you? Hold on, the members outside.
You know they downstairs.
Let's start there, in the words of FYBJ Main, who I was a pleasure to meet. He's a funny guy. I love him because he took another lane to find success. He was coming from the gang, lost a lot of homies. 63rd, he was beefing with Dirk Hood and beefing with O Block and whatnot. But, he's pushing peace and he took a comedic route and content creator route and found success in it. So
I'm all at the concert. Dirk just brought me out on stage trying to say the kids push the peace on for them grade. We was on some new
He's an advocate in pushing peace. Lil Durk brought him out at the concert to host it almost, and he helped. Lil Durk had a thing on the Jumbotron with all of the fallen soldiers in Chicago. Some was his former ops, some was off 63rd. A lot of was on O Block and all that. And so FYBJ Main contributed in telling the people, putting some quote unquote Durk and former ops or OTF's former ops on that Jumbotron, because he was, honoring all of the fallen soldiers in Chicago. He said he took his shahada when he was visiting his father in prison and his uncle in prison some years ago. But he really didn't understand what he was doing. So in the last recent couple of years, he really started studying the religion and practicing it. And that's the way you see a lot of the transition to him, especially since his father has been released from prison. Because I think his pops only got out about 4 or 5 years ago. So as he's growing and, maturing and getting older, he was learning, and he really started making it public, his religion, and studying it and practicing it and having that spiritual journey.
If you could say something to Quando and Durk right now, what would it be?
I mean, first off, thank you for bringing me into your presence. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for welcoming me with open arms, and continue to hold on to the rope of Allah. This time is short, so no matter what dark time, a dark area you're in, you have the light, spark it, utilize it to navigate yourself through the darkness, and time will pass. And this surely too will pass, Brother Durk. This surely too will pass, Brother Quando. If not in this life, in the next life, and inshallah, I'll see y'all in paradise.